Welcome back, gamers. It is that time again. This is the Get Down with your boy, the Hammer. I got my two co-hosts in the building.
I'm your boy Snake.
I'm Mingo D.
And we are going to hop right into this. So, first up on the list, GTA. Yes, I know GTA has been around for a while. We just finally got news that we're going to get a GTA 6 a few months back. But apparently, before we get too excited, there's a group in Illinois that is filing a lawsuit in the state to try to ban the sale of GTA to anybody, not just to minors, but to anybody. Because they said that there was a significant rise in carjackings, and in these carjackings, there were things that are specifically dictated or depicted in GTA. From what I saw, there were some things that they kind of showed some pictures. There were some interesting suits that people wore, I guess, while they were doing these carjackings. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. They've tried this before. It always gets debunked because there's plenty of people that are, psychologists and everything else. And they've already proven, they've said it, and they've done studies. It is not directly caused by the damn video games. They have to find something to place the blame on besides placing it on society and people being ridiculous. I'm assuming this is going to fail because I'm going to tell you right now, I know I've told Snake numerous times, like I went to the grocery store and the damn armored truck was sitting in front of the grocery store, and I kind of chuckled. I even did it in front of my wife. I chuckled. I pointed. I was like, there's an armored truck there. I said, I should have some sticky bombs. And we laughed about it and I moved on. I didn't actually think about, hey, I'm going to go rob the fucking armored truck and I'm going to blow the back door open. Absolutely not. Simply because, number one, I'm not nuts. Number two, I know there's a dude that sits back there in that back with that money and he's got a shotgun. If you open that door and you're not the one, guess what? You're toast. So I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to be a thing, but it is out there. They're trying to ban it in Illinois. I seriously doubt it's going to happen. I won't spend too much time on it because I don't think it's going to be that big of a thing. Also news that I found out actually just today. Sad news, moment of silence. Anthem is no longer receiving any more updates. They're not doing any more developments. It's a wrap. The decision was made according to EA and BioWare that they made a decision based on two things. Number one, they want to focus their attention on the new games that they're developing. One of them being a Star Wars game, The Old Republic. They want to get focused all the way on that because they want that game to be successful. And with COVID, COVID kind of threw everything off in development, and they kind of had to stall out on what they were coming up with. There's to a point now where they just feel like it's, they might as well let it go and move on to the future. Everybody they talked to within EA, it was developing and it was in charge of that game. They're really sad about it. They talked about that they invested their time into it for nearly a decade, which I didn't think about that till they said that. It's been almost a decade since Anthem. But they just feel like it's the best time to move on. And it probably is. I'm curious about the Star Wars game anyway. There's another game they're working on too. It slips my mind at the moment, but Star Wars was the big thing that caught my attention. So again, you guys that play Anthem, the good thing is the servers are going to stay up. So you still have multiplayer. The servers and everything are up for the foreseeable future. So anything they have come out with, any patches, you're still able to get it if you end up buying the game. If you don't have it, it's just there won't be any new anything anymore, any new content whatsoever for Anthem. It is done diddly done. As I know somebody says, it is a wrap. So there is that sad news. Now, also another video game that popped up. We're going to talk about this one just a little bit. Elite Dangerous has a update that is coming. That's going to allow you to get out of your ship. Snake actually brought this to my attention. He shared a video with me a few days ago, and I had just barely had a chance to watch it. It's pretty interesting. I will say first of all, Elite Dangerous is a very pretty game. I played No Man's Sky. I was even late on that. I finally jumped in and played with Snake when it came to Xbox. I loved it. He let me know that it's even bigger than No Man's Sky, which is pretty. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. That's a lot because No Man's Sky is massive. It's stupid how big that game is, and the fact that Elite Dangerous is even bigger than that is crazy. The video they posted, you can find it on YouTube. There's a video that's about a minute and a half. You can watch, and it kind of shows kind of a teaser of what's going on. The visuals are really, really, really pretty. They are awesome visuals. I mean, it looks Halo-ish, but to me, it looks like a cleaner Halo, a little more refined than what you would see in regular Halo. But it is something that's exciting. It's got my attention. Definitely newsworthy. I'm gonna get these guys' opinion and see what they think about it. Namely, Snake. He was the most excited about it. What is your direct opinion on it?
I can't wait for it, man. Like we've been bouncing back and forth from that game to other games. Like any update comes out, we're back and forth. We play Elite Dangerous, and the main thing that we have been like dreading since this, like, damn it, I'm gonna have to try to relearn how to fly that ship. That's that's the biggest learning curve. Like you have the controls are weird. So hopefully this update change. Like apparently there's gonna be a lot. If this update changes everything, like you can actually get out and run around and shoot. Like it looks like Halo. Like it's freaking nuts. Like you could not get out of your ship before. Like the most you saw your character doing was this. Like looking like that's it. Now you're gonna be able to walk around space stations, walk around planets. Like we can't wait. We saw that trailer. We're like, yes, all of that right now.
Every bit.
We don't know when it's gonna come out yet, though. They haven't really released. It said early 2021, so pretty soon.
Hey, my guess is like May. That's my guess, because that's approaching middle 2021. So I'll say May. It's the latest it can be. Mingo?
Yeah, I'm excited because since COVID and since all of the problems that were going on with the consoles and whatnot, we really haven't really seen any good first parties really for either PlayStation or Xbox, and especially for the Xbox with Halo being delayed. Some because they had fixed graphical issues, other because COVID, and they just really want to make sure the game is right. A lot of Halo fans are like, okay, we want to play something. Anthem is shut down. You don't really have anything at the moment. Usually around this time, you would have at least like a Mass Effect or some kind of space game would have came out around this time. Something spacey maybe, or something like that would have definitely hit the Xbox crowd. Maybe or just maybe some kind of fantasy game would have came out by now. Nothing has came out. So I think fans are itching for something. And this Elite Dangerous, it's already been out, but now they're updating it. They're getting it to where, just like Snake said, you can go outside your ship, you can run around, and you can do more. This might be that game, especially since a lot of games haven't came out yet. There might, if it's not broken, if they do a really good job on it, it might be a game that can actually people be playing for some time. They might play that all the way until, I don't know, whenever Halo comes out. It might even be played alongside Halo. You might say, I gotta jump on Elite Dangerous for a little bit. We gotta jump off real quick, get on Halo, jump back off. And if they do it right, I think it'll be something that's good, because everybody's been waiting on something. It's open world. I think it looks like it's open world. And you have good Destiny / Halo functions that might be going on in that game, laser guns and whatnot. So, and then who knows what the enemy types are going to be like. So if they really do a good job and then put a really good story to that, I can see that game really, holding its own, especially over the next year or so. But we'll see.
Cool. I agree. And side note, you jogged my memory. Mass Effect, I believe, was the other game that they're focusing on since they're not doing Anthem anymore. It's Star Wars and Mass Effect. So just FYI, I'm glad you said that because then it just clicked like, oh yeah, that was it. So those are definitely to look out for. And definitely look out for Elite Dangerous. I'm gonna download it and sure I'll hop on and play with Snake and Kaiser and them because that's it. Just something else to do, something different. And they didn't steer me wrong with No Man's Sky. So if it's bigger and better than No Man's Sky, I'm in. And finally, the news of the day, at least for me, because I get excited. You can see this side. You got my shirt right there. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So we got what they call a V-jump scan. It's from Japan. They kind of put the scans out, and we usually have somebody in America that'll translate, and it shows images and a little bit more about what this next DLC is going to have. And lots of good little tidbits here and there to kind of let us know what we're possibly getting. We definitely know there's going to be Tournament of Power twists because they're dealing with Fu. And there's going to be other twists and other levels because we've got PyCon, who's going to be dealing with Janemba, but is Janemba that has infinitely multiplied himself over and over and over. I actually have a picture so you can kind of see the multiple Janembas, and you see PyCon and somebody else standing next to him. I'm intrigued. I'm curious as to what this. It's got to be a thing with Few. What else is that going to be? You know, I understand the whole demon realm, and I get it, but the fact that he multiplied himself that many times is really, really, really interesting. We're also, like I said, getting the stuff with Topo. That has to do with you. There's an awesome image. It is right here. We have to show this image of Topo. Topo looks absolutely beastly. Like I'm pretty sure that's the rage form of him. It's like rage, God of Destruction Topo. God of Destruction Topo was enough. And you know, I know Snake has a point because all he did in the show was just run around and yell Hakai. But now it's like rage mode. And in that game, if you've played it, when they go rage mode, like it's stupid. It gets ridiculously hard at times. You have to have multiple people to help you usually beat those enemies. It's dumb. So now you're going to have God of Destruction Topo, but in rage form is what it looks like. And I'm curious how that's going to fit in with the whole Tournament of Power arc with Few. So I think it's going to be a good thing. I feel like it's gonna intrigue me to turn on Xenoverse again. There's a few different clothes. We get Few's clothes. If you look at Few, you'll see what he's wearing. We actually can get those whenever the update comes out, which I don't understand. It's like 4 or 5 updates ago that Few came out, and we're just now getting his clothes. But hey, you know, Bandai, what you want to do? Also getting loading screens, and they shared 2 images of loading screens. The one that to me was the absolute most dope was this one, and it is, you can see there's Tien, there's Piccolo, and then there's a dope ass freaking Trunks. That is probably my favorite version of Trunks right there, just in that picture. I think that is the coolest thing. I was going to ask you guys, you know, what did you think as far as the loading screens? We'll get into the other stuff, but that picture, that loading screen, what did you think about that? And with Snake's silence, that lets me know that he's just like me.
I mean, I thought Vingo was gonna go, but he didn't. So he's still muted. So that I don't really care for the loading screens pictures. That's just me. I mean, they look all right and they're cool, but I don't really care for them. There's only been a couple.
From the artwork standpoint.
There's been a couple of them that I'm like, oh, that's badass. I seen it like it's all right, but to me it was just like, eh.
I mean, it's not gonna be the thing I downloaded for, but like I'm just saying from the artwork standpoint, I think the artwork is dope. That's what I'm getting at, because I think the artwork is pretty dope. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Mingo, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the artwork is dope. I mean, you know, with this game, one of the things I like is that they they outdo themselves. They pay attention most of the time, and then they put most of the time the things that you want to see, or they make the characters look real. Look like what you would probably watch if it was a little bit 3D or whatnot. So that's always good. One thing though, I'm kind of wondering, and I'm trying not to go off the cuff here, as people would say, but I would think that Xenoverse 2 anyway, I would think it's the new DC Online, in my opinion. I mean, because it's in just, I don't know, just wait, just hear me out. Let me explain. I say that because when DC Universe Online came out, it came out in like a very, very early time. It came out like, I think, the early PlayStation 3, early Xboxes and whatnot, and then it continued to grow and grow. It really didn't change too much graphically, but it continued to give you that great story, give you great stuff you wanted, more costumes, more powers, more things, more story. And then until it kind of just stopped after a while.
No, it's still going.
Yeah, but it's not
DC,
like, I mean,
no, it's
still a thing.
still going.
I'm not saying that it's not still going. I'm saying like when you think about like Xenoverse 2 is that new fresh, like you go to a burger place and you go get your Big Mac. Okay, cool. But you ate it before, it's good. But Xenoverse 2 is that new, that's that new burger that, oh my God, and it's the more tastier version. I know you don't think so, but it's right now.
But no. I'm sorry.
It feels like that to me. It feels like it's the more tastier burger.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I get what you're getting at. I get what he's trying to say, but it's not. They were getting to pattern themselves after kind of DC Universe. I get what you're saying, because it's one of those things where that game is beginning to run forever. There's a lot of people that were hollering for just do Xenoverse 3, but I think sometimes people actually pay attention to other things.
But it's different. I know the difference, because Xenoverse, like, there is going to be a Xenoverse 3.
Yeah, there eventually will.
Yeah, I know there is. Like, there's not going to be a DC Universe 2 or DC Universe 3. Like, it's just DC Universe and just continues. So they'll just roll over, just like it started on PS3 and it rolled over to the it started on PC, then it came to PlayStation 3, then it just rolled right on over into PS4, and now it's on Xbox. Like,
I'm just curious when they're gonna do a Xenoverse 3, because they keep saying like
new gen just came out.
DLC.
The new gen just came out. Like, they're going to do one. Even if they don't do a Xenoverse 3, they're gonna come up with another Dragon Ball game. I agree. I wish it was mine, but they don't want to do mine.
Well, that we if they did yours.
You shouldn't say things like that without
Anyway, I don't want to go off cuff either. I just want to know. I don't want to go off cuff either. Just like, we already went off cuff, so whatever. But I just want to know what the difference is between cake and baseball. Like, what do they have in common? What do cakes and baseball have in common?
Not gonna touch this.
I don't know.
They both need a batter.
You stupid. You're so stupid. That was another one of those. It's like so cheesy. It's good. That was good. that was safe. I'm actually upset that I was afraid. That one was safe. I like that.
Oh, so you looking for the?
No.
I got plenty of those.
I dig the pun though. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it was nice.
I entered 10 puns into a contest. But there was no pun intended.
Oh my God. Why?
All right, folks. So after all that Xenoverse news, and then this guy, I hate you so much. It throws off my concentration.
Go ahead.
I hate you. God. Anyway, folks, that is all that I have. Again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us. Remember, make sure you go to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Just chat with us. That's all we want you to do is chat with us. Let us know what you want to talk about. If I miss anything that was big that you saw that I didn't get in the show, let me know. I take full responsibility for stuff. If I miss something, get on there and tell me, hey, you missed this. Be better. And I'll try to be better. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you next time right here, same time, same place on The Get Down.
Talk nerdy to me.